Hey, what's up guys, Riff here. So as you can see, I am not at the humble abode, so no vtuber model for today, but we have a lot to talk about. Many different social media platforms are under major fire right now, and Twitch is probably the one under the most heat at the moment. But I reported on this the other day. The CEOs of Discord, Reddit, Twitch, and Steam have been invited to testify in front of Congress. Of course, this is an invitation. They don't have to do it, but this is how out of control things are getting. And the main concern, obviously, here is the amount of violent rhetoric being shared in platforms by these various social media platforms. It's a pretty big deal. Now, what's going on with Twitch? Well, everyone's looking at Hasan Piker, and we'll talk about him later in this video, but it appears that Mizkif was at least temporarily banned on Twitch for reasons that aren't 100% clear, but a lot of people are pointing to this clip of him just from the other day where he was reacting to the Charlie Kirk shooting and was basically making jokes about it.
That was traumatic.
Oh my god, my heart.
No, his neck.
No, Miz, that's so funny.
What? He's a right-wing political guy. They find that stuff funny all the time.
Oh my god, that's horrible.
Oh my god. What a shot. Holy crap.
Miz, this is not time for jokes.
What do you mean? Our whole political system's a joke. What do you want me to say?
Oh my god, my heart.
So yeah, a lot of people are looking at that clip and saying, read the room, dude. This was the day after the assassination. It's not a great look whatsoever. And I'm not super familiar with Mizkif, but the last time I saw him, he was in Japan doing pull-ups on cherry blossom trees, which is obviously very disrespectful to do as a tourist, a guest in another country. But a lot of people are looking at this and saying, hey man, I don't feel sorry that you got banned on Twitch. But he would have a sort of meltdown over this whole thing where he had kind of a hot mic situation where he was saying a bunch of stuff and he got caught by some of these videos here. But to boil it down, he started complaining about the ban, saying it was unfair because it was in the middle of a sponsored stream, which, sorry, it's not convenient for you when you got suspended. And he also brings up the fact that it was originally going to be a week-long ban, but he also brought up one other thing, and that is Hasan Piker saying, and Hasan gets banned on his day off, which is something that a lot of people have claimed that Hasan Piker, even the very rare times he actually gets banned, it tends to be on his days off, which is, well, not too surprising if you know anything about Twitch and the preferential treatment he gets over there. But of course, name-dropping Hasan, well, it activated him, and he was very, very shocked by what Mizkif said, basically flabbergasted that someone would speak negatively about him and point out his preferential treatment on the platform.
Pluto, I didn't do anything wrong. Why did I get banned?
The Charlie Kirk stuff.
Wait, what'd I say?
You, hold on, let me look at it real quick. I'll tell you exactly. The guidelines say glorifying, endorsing, or expressing approval of a person's past or current traumatic events, and you said some things in a VOD, I don't know if it was yesterday or when it was, that was basically making light of his death. You know, you said things like...
Pluto, literally everyone does that for everything on Twitch. What?
I mean, apparently across the line when you talked about how you're glad he's dead.
I didn't... I was making a small joke.
Yeah, and then you went on to say, you know, I'm kidding, or am I kidding, or am I, you know, like you kind of...
Immediate response. Hasan's still not banned, by the way. What the fuck is this? A fucking joke? No, because I play when I was driving. They fucking ban me during my sponsor. They take... And Hasan gets banned on his day off, and they ban me live. I'm in the middle of my fucking sponsor. Wait, what the fuck? Why is he bringing me up? Yeah, dude. I'm very careful about this sort of stuff. That's the reason why they have to fucking go all the way back to like 2018 to be like, see, he was violent or some shit. God damn. Yeah, why you say fuck me for, bro? God damn. And there's like people in the fucking replies being like, well, Hasan is still not banned. Yeah, I wonder why I'm still not banned, especially because of something like this.
Yeah, as you can see, he was absolutely flabbergasted, and he couldn't believe what was being said. But we know Hasan Piker at this point. This guy has been doing basically everything he can to destroy Twitch, and it's really Twitch's fault as well because they don't want to do anything about it. They let him get away with everything, so why would he ever stop? The rhetoric just keeps getting more and more intense. I think a lot of people have pointed out something that I agree with, where he starts off with this very hateful rhetoric, and it's like it's never going to be enough. So he has to keep upping the ante, going further and further, and he's playing a very dangerous game. This is not going in a good direction. It hasn't been going in a good direction for him, for the platform, for anyone for quite some time, but he's still got a lot to say. In fact, he says that Twitch rarely takes action against him because he plays by the rules. Yes, this guy is saying he plays by the confines of the terms of service on Twitch. Do you believe that? I don't think anybody looking at this objectively believes any bit of what he's about to say.
Not gonna lie, your sub count, the only thing having them not throw you under the bus before this, probably their metrics show you're not botted and viewers largely only watch you. Yes, there's a couple different reasons. One, because I play ball, okay? I stick within the confines, no matter how much my haters try to fucking present it as the opposite, I stick within the confines of the terms of service. I'm a progressive figure, and also association with me for Twitch and therefore Amazon as well is a positive one in the eyes of mainstream news because they get a lot of prestige when the New York Times writes about, you know, a young activist fighting the good fight or whatever the fuck, right? On top of that, I also make money for the platform because a percentage of your subscriptions go to Twitch. So for them, they see a lot of discontent. They see a lot of anger. They see all this like bullshit. And at least for the time being, they think, yeah, it's not, you know, there's no reason to just like fucking clap this person.
Yeah, he plays ball and he sticks within the confines of the terms of service. That is one of the most ridiculous, bold-faced lies I have ever heard. How is he really that detached from reality? He's either like a masterful troll at this point, or he's just completely detached from reality. Anybody looking at this objectively understands this guy runs amok of the terms of service. He has no respect for it, and again, why would he? Because they don't ever punish him on this platform. But also, he's been beefing with Nuxtaku, which is interesting. He quoted saying, "Judge me by my enemies." And the first thing Nux says in this quote is, "Hi, Jew here." Now, what did he mean by that? Judge me by my enemies. And that's the first thing that's included in the tweet. Very interesting. But a lot of people are clowning on him. I think he's definitely lost the pulse of his platform. You go to any recent Hasan tweet, he's getting dunked on left and right. He kind of lost the room, so to speak. He used to always tweet and everything was positive. You know, some people would criticize, but now, it's all just memes making fun of him in the replies these days. But yeah, judge me by my enemies. I'll judge you by your friends. This is a guy who platformed a terrorist. This is a guy who's friends with people who make violent threats, put bounties on people's heads. I mean, we'll judge you by your friends. We don't even have to go to your enemies. So a very weird thing for him to say, that is definitely for sure. And eventually, circling back to the main topic here, Mizkif was unbanned after, I don't even know, hours after the initial announcement. And yeah, interesting, right? You think about the things that'll get you a couple hour-long ban like this, but then you have people like Tectone who got a 2-week suspension for calling Frogan fat. So that's 2 weeks, but then making fun of Charlie Kirk's assassination is a few hours. Interesting. Very interesting application of their terms of service and their punishment. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.